Welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Bonnie, and today's practice is going to work with two opposites, tension and then release. And we're going to start with our breath, so join me for this class of tension and release in Chair Yoga. So we come to our chair. Now today there's just a short piece that will be standing. So I'll have a side-by-side video so you can stay in the chair and do that part of the practice, or you can also stand and work on the practice in that way. So here we go. Sitting tall. We want to be pretty comfortable in our chair and our feet flat on the earth here. You can see I have my mat down today because I am not wearing shoes, but shoes are an option in chair yoga. And we sit tall. And we want to feel a lift from our tailbone right up through the spine to the crown of the head. It's not a big thing, it's nice and subtle. And we take our hands and we just rest them on our thighs. Elbows can be bent and at your side. If this is not comfortable, you can create a bowl with your hands and place them right in your lap. And we start here by paying attention to one, how do I feel today? How do my feet feel against earth? How do my shoulders and hips feel in my head? And then we pay attention to the breath. In and out, nice and even. And we're going to start with the breath in our practice today. So we're going to breathe in for 4. Hold for 1 and breathe out for 4. So let's give it a try. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, exhale, 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 exhale. Hold, inhale, 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 inhale. Hold, exhale, exhale. Exhale, exhale. And now just breathe without holding, without really counting or anything here. But place your hand on your belly, just below, or I'm sorry, just above your belly button would be a good spot to place that hand. And then place the other hand on the chest. And then breathe without moving the upper hand. Breathe into that lower hand. Let the belly expand a little. And then exhale and pull it in. Inhale, release. Exhale, create some tension in the abdomen. Inhale, release that tension. And then exhale and create that tension again. Let's do 2 or 3 more right here at your own pace. And then remove the hands and just take a couple natural breaths. Hopefully you'll stay with that deeper breathing. The next thing we're going to work with are our eyes. So we create tension by squinting the eyes, closing them, and then open them as wide as you can. And then squeeze them together again and open, creating the tension on the squeeze and the release on the opening. We'll do the same with the jaw. So we open the jaw and then just release it. Create tension on the opening and release it. One more time. And release. Very nice. Let's turn our head to the left. Come back to center. Turn it over to the right. Back to center. Now that in and of itself might create some tension in your neck. So only go as far as you start to feel a little bit of tension on the opposite side, and then come back to center and release that tension. Other side, and release. One more time. To the left, to the right, and back to center. Let's bring our shoulders up to our ears and create tension in the backs of the shoulders. And as I exhale, just lower them back down. Inhale them up. Exhale, release. Now, as you release the shoulders down on the next couple, I want you to feel as if the spine goes upward. Let's try it. And then the spine rises up. Again, create the tension. Exhale, release it, and lift ribs away from your hips. One more time. And release everything and come to rest. Take a couple of breaths. I'm going to turn a little sideways so you can get a better view of what I'm doing. I'm going to take my left arm across my chest. I'll hold it there. You can have a slight bend in the elbow, no problem. Turn the palm up towards the ceiling. And we're going to create tension in the hand here by making a fist. And as you exhale, release that fist. Inhale, spine gets taller again. We keep going with that. Exhale and release. One more time on this side. And then we're going to take that same arm up and over onto our back, just guiding it here. I'm not really pushing, I'm just guiding the elbow as close to the head as you can get it. You can hold it there for a moment. And then gently release it back and down. Let's take the other arm across and make that fist. Good. And release it on your exhale. Make a fist. And release it. One more like that. Great work. And then we take that hand and we place it on our back, getting the elbow as close to the head as possible. Now, if your elbow's out here and that's it for you today, that's okay. You can hold it here, and you want to breathe again, up, and then exhale, holding that posture if you can. One more breath here. And then we release it down. And we'll do some shoulder rolls now, just roll them forward. So as we roll them forward, we squeeze in the front of the chest. We open up through the back of the chest. And let's take 3 back and down. Now opening across the chest and then squeezing the back again. And your breath is just nice and natural here. No worries about the breath. One more. Let's do one more for the good of it because we're going to leave the hands back there now and place them on our hips. So my thumbs are up behind my waist and my fingers are forward. I'm going to lift that right foot up and down, coming a little bit forward to give myself that freedom of movement in the upper thigh. Now let's open and take it out to the side. This is going to create tension in the inner thigh, maybe the outer thigh, and then bring it back in. Let's do that 2 more times on the left here. Good. And bring it back in. Now we're going to take it out to the side and leave it there. So make sure that the foot can reach the floor. Adjust as you need to. Take your left arm and just rest it here very gently. We're still lifting up and out. And we're going to take that right hand close to our head and as straight as you can get it. And we're going to look down at our knee. And then we're going to circle that arm down towards the foot. Over to the right and then up. Inhale, inhale, inhale. You can keep your gaze down or you can follow the hand. By following the hand, we're working a little more in the neck. So just be mindful of that. One more nice big circle. We'll stop at the top. And we'll hold there. And we'll reach out just a little bit more. And take a couple breaths. And then inhale and bring it all the way up. Releasing the right arm down. Turn your whole body now to the left. Supporting your left thigh on the chair. And your left ankle right underneath your knee. Take the right leg back into a lunge position. Supported by the chair. Now, if you're going to do these exercises standing, I've done a side by side. You can see the person standing. That's me. And there's a few things that might be a little bit different when you're standing. So when you're standing, it's real important to have that knee over the ankle because your thigh is not supported by the chair. Also, as you push back, you want a little bit more effort in the ball of the foot to support the body. And all of us, chair or standing, we face the left and keep the shoulders right over the hips. Arms can come up for our lunge pose. And in our lunge pose here, we're going to create some tension with the extended back leg. So we're going to just release the knee and then straighten the knee. Release the knee a little and then straighten. Now, if you're standing, it's a little different. You're going to be releasing the front knee, straightening it slightly, and then bending it again. So watch the standing person and follow along there. So to create even more tension now with the arms, we're going to make those fists, bend that back leg or bend the front knee. And then as you straighten the back leg or straighten the front knee, you're going to bring the arms down, making fists. And as you pump the arms down, the chest lifts. And then we release all that back up. Release your fists. Again, make a fist, straighten one of your legs, lifting through the spine. And release it. We'll do it one more time. Make a fist, bring the arms down, straighten the back leg, push into the ball of the foot, and then release it back into our lunge here. And then we'll just take a little bit of a side stretch here, holding onto the chair or hand on your thigh. You're going to take your right arm up alongside your ear and then bend over sideways towards your chair or towards that bent knee. Hold and breathe here, couple more breaths. And as you're here, draw that elbow back a little bit and lift the heart. Open up through front body. Exhale, release all that effort, release that tension, and bring the arm down. And turn towards the front now. And if you're standing, you're going to be in mountain. We're going to do mountain in the chair here. And we just take a couple breaths. And then hands back onto our hips. We lift and lower the right leg. And then we're going to take it out to the side. So we lift it, take it out to the side. Don't forget the lift. There you go. Creating some openness and some tension and release in the hip area. Take it out to the right. Right forearm on the thigh, very gently, palm is up, left hand alongside your ear, and we lean into it. And again, gaze down at your knee. You can stay here gazing at the knee and circle the arm down, up, and over again. Another option is to follow the hand. So you look at the hand and follow the hand in that nice big circle. Being mindful of how your neck feels. One more. And we'll hold at the top and we'll take a couple breaths. Really open up now. Feel that stretch. Exhale, come up tall and release the arm down. Turning to the right, extending the left foot back now. Leg as straight as you can get it. And it's not just pushing back into the ball of the foot if you're in a chair. It's also that lift of that back thigh. Arms can come up. We hold for a couple breaths. Lifting through the heart, pushing back through that back leg. And the front knee is right over the ankle. We'll begin our movement here, creating tension and releasing. Make a fist. Create that tension and bend that back knee in a little. Now, as the hands come down, we push that back leg back straight. If you're standing, release all that. If you're standing, the front leg straightens. Watch the side-by-side video. Hands, leg, lift of the heart, and release it. Let's put it all together one more time. Make a fist. Straighten the back leg. Almost feel yourself rising a little out of that chair. Not too much. And then back and up. And release the hands down. Hand can be on the thigh or the back of your chair. Left arm alongside your ear. you're going to fold towards the bent leg or the back of the chair here. And hold and breathe here. Gaze is forward or slightly up. Check in with your breath here. And then release that tension, come up tall, release the arm down, bring that back foot in, and come to your mountain pose in the chair. We'll take a few cat-cows here, so if you're standing, you're going to spread your feet a little wider, and you're going to round your back. Exhale, pull the belly in, open up through the back, and then as you inhale, roll the shoulders up towards your ears, back and down. Inhaling, exhale, forward and into cat. Inhale, lift, roll the shoulders back and down, and then release it. One more time. And then stay here nice and tall in mountain pose. So if you're standing, the side by side will disappear now because we're all going to come back to the chair for the next part of our work practice. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create some tension in the inner thighs. So we're going to take the left foot, cross it over the right, and then open up the knees so you feel a stretch. Now I've hooked my ankles a little bit, hooked my toes around the ankle, if that's possible for you. And we'll just stay. I'll exhale and squeeze everything to the middle. And then inhale and open them up. Exhale. Inhale, maybe pulling the belly in a little on the exhale. Using the spine to grow taller. Inhale, keeping the top spine tall. One more. Good work. Stay and take a couple breaths in this butterfly type pose in the chair. And then we'll uncross and we'll take that same left leg and bring it up to our thigh. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you in any way, go back to crossing the ankles. Make sure the bottom foot is right underneath to support us. And then we'll stay here in our pigeon in the chair. We can stay tall, or we can send the hands out in front of us and lean our forearms onto our thighs slightly. Still lifting the ribs up away from the hips in this forward fold. And breathe. Check in with your breath. Make sure that you've created tension, but you haven't created pain. That's very important. One more breath. On the inhale, use your hands to sit up tall and then just cross that leg over. If we're here with our ankles crossed, we're just going to bring the knees together, but not a tight squeeze like we did before. Just gently bringing the knees closer together. Sitting tall, I'm going to cross my legs this time. We're going to take our right hand and place it on the outside of that left thigh. And as we do that, we start to feel the waist twisting to the left. So let's do it. Let's twist to the left. Turning our body first and then turning our head. And if it's comfortable for you, send the left arm back behind you and sitting tall. Think about lifting the ribs even here in Lord of the Fish. And now if it's comfortable for you, you're going to turn your head even further left. See if you can see the left thumb out of the corner of your eye. And take a few breaths. Now, if you're not able to breathe, you've gone too far. So just release it ever so slightly until your breath can move freely in and out without effort. And then releasing this tension in the ribs, we exhale, we turn the head forward first, bring the left arm in and release the right arm. So let's do that all on the other side. So we cross now right in front of left. We open up the knees for that nice stretch and the inner thighs. And then squeeze, exhaling, and open. Squeeze, legs. I'm not using my hands. They're just resting there. Again. And now you can stay here, not squeezing so hard, or you can cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh, making sure that that ankle underneath is supporting the weight of your right leg. Sit tall, let the knee fall out to the side. Pause here, or bring the forearms forward and take a forward fold. Lifting the ribs, lifting the chest up as the hands come forward and rest on that right shin, and breathe. One more breath here. And then we walk it back, sitting tall, cross it over or cross at the ankles. And then we're going to take the left arm to the right thigh, take that right arm back. And before you twist in the head, twist the ribs a little. Twist in those ribs, then let your head float either to the left, looking left, or looking at your left thumb. And the more you can lift your ribs here, the more space you're going to find, the more room to twist. Stay and breathe wherever you're at. Your nice, deep yogic breath here, without holding, exhaling, and inhaling. One more breath. And then slowly release the head, bring the arm and shoulder around, and then release your legs. Very, very nice. Let's open up those legs, turning the toes out. We'll bring our arms up into goal posts. And then we want to bring our elbows back a little bit so that they're alongside of our ribs, in line with our side body here. And then bringing the elbows forward so the hands stay right over the elbows, and we just bring them forward. They can come as close as you can get them. If you can get them to touch, great. If not, great too, because you're still getting that nice stretch in the back side of your body. Let's do it again. Inhale, exhale, create tension. Bringing the elbows together, opening up through the back. And then inhale and release all that. One more time. Exhale as you bring them forward. Round through the shoulders. Exhale and release that. Keeping them here, we're going to bring the elbows down into the waist. And then all the way up, keep the elbows bent. Bring the fingertips together over your head into like a diamond shape. Good. Let's do that again. Elbows down into the ribs, body lifts, and then release it back over your head. Let's do that a couple more times. And then back out to goal pose, and we'll take the hands forward, parallel to the floor, and we lift them up. Parallel to the floor, lift them. One more time. And then release them down. Let's bring the feet in a little bit and take our hands and let's shake them to the right, shake them to the left, shake them up, shake them down, and then let's shake them in a circle all the way around. And pause. And just notice, how does that feel? Moving that energy through your arms and your shoulders, creating a little tension, and then releasing it with a little shake. Let's take the feet apart now. Supporting yourself on the right thigh, take that left arm in front of you and circle it. You can have your gaze down at the floor or at your toes. And circle it in the other direction now. Just like gravity, hold on. Opening up the shoulder joint here. And then let's switch arms. Let's bring the right arm down and circle it in one direction. And then the other direction. then release that back and in, heel toe, back into our mountain pose. And we'll lift that right foot and circle the foot, holding on to the thigh if you like. Circle it in the other direction. And then we're going to lift that thigh into our chest and hold. And as we do, the spine lifts. Breathe from the tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. And on your exhale, just releasing it down. Let's do that again. Lift the knee up. Hold it there. Maybe draw it in a little bit, creating a little more tension. Lifting through the spine. And on the exhale, release it all the way down. And then do it one more time on this left leg here. Create tension in the belly and the back of the leg, through the spine, exhaling and releasing it. Let's go to the other side. We lift and we'll circle the ankle first. And the other direction. And then we'll draw that knee in, creating that tension in the lower part of your abdomen. And then release it all the way down. And then lift it again and draw it in. Exhale, release that tension. One more time, up and in. Exhale and release that tension. And now we want to release the tension around the upper thighs and into the hips. So we're going to lean forward, go to one side, circle around. Just circling your sit bones in that chair. And then go in the other direction. Should feel good. And then come up nice and tall. Sit back a little into your chair. Take a nice deep breath. Sigh it out. Yes. So there you have it. Creating a little tension and then that great release. Often the release is with the exhale. I hope you enjoyed this practice today. So let's take our hands together, rub them, create some warmth. Here again, some friction can be considered our tension here. And then we release that and the energy floats over our faces. We close our eyes, gently breathing in that warmth, that energy. And then open the eyes and bring the hands to the heart and bow to your body for its fabulous work today. Namaste. Once again, thank you for joining me, and check out some of the other videos, share them with your friends, and whatever, keep practicing chair yoga. Namaste.